I'm an Italian, I can't not talk with my hands, even with the oven mitt on. Let's start our soft and chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe. Besides scones, probably the #1 most requested recipe is chocolate chip cookies. And I feel like I'm cheating on my beloved scone when I say my favorite food in the entire world is a chocolate chip cookie. And today I'm not gonna give you one recipe, I'm gonna give you two. We've got thin and crispy, and then soft and chewy. Cookies that actually stay soft and chewy even days later. They're both phenomenal, and really there is a place for both. I'm Danielle Sepsy. This is Best Bake Ever. There are quite literally millions of chocolate chip cookie recipes on the internet and in books and beyond, but I have spent a big portion of my life creating new recipes, testing them over and over. And actually at the bakery, we make thousands of chocolate chip cookies a day. So somebody out there is loving them too. And I'm gonna show you the secret. We're starting with thin and crispy chocolate chip cookie. Take a screenshot. Here are the ingredients. Be sure to like and subscribe. We've got a whole lot of baking coming your way. This recipe is always pretty surprising to people. It has very few ingredients and it has no egg. Pretty interesting. That is because we want ample caramelization. We want sort of this lacy, almost Florentine cookie style texture to this. Eggs will actually cause the cookie to get more cakey and to rise a little bit more. And we want them as thin and crisp as possible. And we're starting with melted butter because we want this to almost be like a batter. It's a pretty thin dough, and that way it'll spread a lot in the oven and just crisp up, caramelize, and give you the perfect crispy but chewy finish. We need some salt. Every sweet needs salt. If you remember anything today, salt your baked goods because we need good balance of salt and sweet. Next, baking soda. 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. I got a little extra on my hands, I'm just gonna wear it. Now we stir this up, then we're gonna add our flour. This dough is sort of unusual because usually at this stage, I will tell you to beat the heck out of it. I'll say cream that butter until the sugar starts to dissolve. This one, we kind of want those sugar granules to remain a little bit because we want it crispy and crunchy. So think about that. Raw sugar is crunchy, a little bit crispy, so we don't want that to fully dissolve. We're gonna add to that just your regular old all-purpose flour. Stir that together just until combined. The more flour you add, the thicker the cookie will be, the more cakey or chewy it'll be, and this is not what we're trying to get here. We want thin, crisp. We got some lumps of flour, which I'm just gonna help along here. All right, our milk, just a 1/4 cup, whole milk. I'm really trying hard not to chug this because funny enough, in my pregnancy, my biggest craving has been cold milk. I wake up every morning and I chug a glass of milk. All right, guys, you know what? I'm in my own house. That calcium though, it hits. Nails never look better. Stir that together. You can absolutely use a mixer for this, but honestly, a bowl, a wooden spoon, a little elbow grease is all you need. Perfect. See, it's thick, but it's still running off the spoon. Chocolate chips. I love mini chips for this. They disperse so beautifully throughout the cookies. It promotes spreading in the oven and just wait till you see. I don't even know if I measured that, but you know what? With chocolate, more is more. The Long Island almost came out of me there. Chocolate, beautiful. I heated my flour in the microwave just a minute and a half or so, just to kill any bacteria, and there are no eggs in here. So if you do that with your flour, you are good to sneak a taste, which is my favorite part. It tastes like caramel, and the texture is sort of sticky like a caramel sauce. Ooh, I could just eat this like this, but no. Refrigerate about 20 minutes, then we're gonna scoop, bake, and enjoy. Our dough has chilled for about 20 minutes. It's set up a little bit, but it's still like a pretty creamy, soft dough. Now we're gonna scoop it Now we need a good amount of space on our parchment lined trays because they spread a lot. So maybe we'll get 5 on a tray here. This is about a 2-ounce scoop. It's perfect for this. And don't forget, always preheat your oven when you're baking. That will make sure you have the most even. Oh, that's for the dog. No, it's for me. I'm preheating my oven to 375 degrees because I want these to get maximum color and caramelization. So a slightly higher oven here is perfect. Wait till you see the ridges, the ridges. Another one of my secret weapons, flaky sea salt. Just makes the chocolate especially really pop in a cookie recipe. In the oven they go. I'm gonna put one in the middle rack and one on the bottom. They will bake about 14-15 minutes. Oh, we have to rotate. We can tap a little bit to promote spreading even more. We rotate, flip positions. In the words of Missy Elliott, I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Yes, I'm a millennial, sorry. When they start to smell like buttered popcorn, you know it's ready. Look at those ripples. Now we wait. It's hard, but you will lose all the skin on the roof of your mouth if you even try to bite this right now, okay? We're here in Long Island City, New York at my bakery, the Hungry Gnome. Here is how much butter I need to make about 200 soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies here at the bakery. We need 18 pounds of chocolate chips and over 13 pounds of cake flour. But don't worry, we're gonna scale this down and you'll be able to make them perfectly right at home. These are the soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies we make here at the bakery, and we adorn them with a little flaky sea salt. Look how tender, chewy, and chocolatey and gooey they are in the center. And there's one secret ingredient to getting that everlasting chew. You don't want to miss this, trust me. While these have a few minutes to rest, let's start. This feels ridiculous. Let's start. I'm Italian, I can't not talk with my hands, even with the oven mitt on. Let's start our soft and chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe. If you want to make these soft and chewy cookies, take a screenshot. Here are the ingredients. Now this recipe for soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies does not use all-purpose flour. We use cake flour. That's one of my secrets. Cake flour has less gluten than all-purpose flour, so it results in a softer, chewier end result because it has less of that protein that's binding everything together. So that's one of my favorite tips. Butter, softened, room temperature. We've got dark brown sugar, granulated sugar, just a little bit for sweetness. We only need 2 tablespoons of regular sugar. Now we need to beat this a lot, okay? I don't have a bird. To that, I also add my vanilla extract. Good heaping teaspoon. While that's going, we can whisk together our dry ingredients. We have that cake flour we talked about, fine table salt, and baking soda. Whisk that together. I'm gonna turn this off because this is really important. I need you to get in close. This is the secret to soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies that stay soft 5, 6, 7 days later. Not that they're gonna last that long. Pudding mix. Yeah, good old instant pudding mix. I use vanilla flavor. It just ramps up that vanilla flavor even more, which is so pleasant. That is my secret. We need to activate all the beautiful starches and things in that pudding mix. So we beat it just for a couple minutes, and we'll add our egg, a large egg. We need something just to bind this all together. Okay, let's put it in. Okay, dry ingredients. Let's lower this, or we might wear this if we don't lower our mixer. Every last bit. Just mix until there are no streaks of flour. I have semi-sweet chocolate chips. Sometimes I do a blend. I do semi-sweet with a mix of milk chocolate. It gives it a different mouthfeel, makes it a little bit sweeter. Sometimes I'll even put some hand-chopped white chocolate chunks with some dark chocolate chips. Such a nice textural difference and really tasty balance in flavor. Done. 5 seconds, that's all you need. Then we'll just give this a little scrape, make sure everything is incorporated. That looks perfect. Now we scoop. I have this beautiful 2-ounce cookie scoop here. They don't need too much space because remember, these are thicker and chewier. So they spread, but not too much. Now let's cover these with plastic wrap, pop them in the fridge or even the freezer for at least 1 hour or overnight. You really want all those ingredients to meld together, everything to hydrate, everything to really marinate. I can't contain myself any longer. While our dough is chilling, we have to dig into these. Look at these puppies. Wait till you hear this sound. That's some ASMR for you. You see the back of that? It is so lacy and buttery and toffee-like. Those ripples, we see little flecks of the sea salt. Look at how thin and crispy. Can't even see it anymore. It's so thin. Ready? You hear that? Wowza. See all the chocolate chips just hiding in layers of caramelized sugar and butter. It's just so special and so different from what we're about to have in those soft and chewy cookies. Totally opposite. I chilled these for 1 hour. My oven is preheated at 350 degrees convection. If you have regular bake, you can do 375. So in the oven they go, 8 to 10 minutes is all they need. I'm gonna go pour myself a tall glass of whole milk. For me, it is not the holiday season without freshly baked cookies. In fact, my whole life, we spent every weekend in December baking hundreds, sometimes thousands of cookies with my entire family around this very island. And that just makes it feel like the holidays. Oh, they are done. They almost look fake. It's almost like the cookie emoji. They are thick. They are perfectly rounded, but slight rustic edge. Take a look at the juxtaposition between these two cookies. Very similar ingredients, right? But totally different textures, different appearance. Ready? Here we go. Look at that. So soft. The inside still has this subtle kind of gooiness to it, cookie dough-like texture, but it is perfectly set. Let's give it a try. You know when you have chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream and you're eating those globs of cookie dough and you're like, I wish I could have that as an actual cookie? That's what this tastes like. It's salty sweet. It's doughy without being raw. Yes. Look what we just did. Thin and crispy. Let me hear you out there. From my thin and crispy. Soft and chewy. What are you doing, guys? Come on, come try them. Come on. Gio, you going thin and crispy?
Yes.
All right, all right. Where am I soft and chewy at? Where am I thin and crispy at? Oh, crispy. Oh. I've given you guys the tools. I'm a professional baker, yes, but I hope that you feel empowered, that you can do this at home. And be sure to like and subscribe because I have so many more tips and tricks to come. This is best bake ever.